fire in my eyes, queen of discord where I stand, chaos in my every hand. Goddess of the wild night, bringing dreams to shattered light. Valhalla's throne is where I reign, with a heart that knows no pain. Goddess of the wild night, bringing dreams to shattered light. Valhalla's throne is where I reign, with a heart that knows no pain. Areas of courage and might, feel the passion, feel the flight. Crave the edges of my dance, take a leap, take a chance. Attitude to lights up the sky, sassy sparks that never die. In my world you'll find the flame, burning bright without a name. Feel the thrill inside your soul, breaking chains to make you whole. Through the chaos find your way, in my kingdom you will stay. Areas of courage and light, feel the passion, feel the flight. Crave the edges of my dance, take a leap, take a chance. Goddess of the wild night, bringing dreams to shattered light. Valhalla's throne is where I reign, with a heart that knows no pain. Areas of courage and light, feel the passion, feel the flight. Crave the edges of my dance, take a leap, take a chance. In the city, neon lights, dancing under cyber skies. Foxes running through the night, glowing with electric eyes. Wicked rich from the east, schemes and plans never cease. Flying with wit, she moves so fast in the shadows of the past. Cyber fox, run, run away. Alien dreams night turns to day. Project story of the time in this world of code sublime. Glitch in the system, clocks rewind. Secrets hidden you can find. Tech and dreams they intertwine. Through the matrix undefined. Feel the thrill inside your soul, breaking chains to make you whole. Through the chaos find your way, in my kingdom you will stay. Cyber fox, run away. Alien dreams night turns to day. Project story of the time in this world of code sublime. In the shadows I reside, with that fire in my eyes. Queen of discord where I stand, chaos in my every hand.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Oh, what does this do?
I.
Oh my god!
It's glitter.
Ooh.
We are now.
It's so whimsical.
It is whimsical.
It's definitely mood.
Wait,
setting.
we
I
can do
love it.
other thing. Oh my god, what else can I've never seen? Oh, this is wrong. I don't like this.
No.
Ew, we're blocky.
I don't like this. No, retreat, retreat. And also, I'm gonna have to. Damn, colors are wrong now. Oh, too green. Everything's gone wrong. No.
Very autumnal.
Okay. All right, we're fine. Everything's fine. That was worth. Hello.
Hi.
And I'm sorry, Jester, that I sent you the link. Usually you're not so high up. So I saw Arlena and my brain went, that's Arlena. And yeah, I finally did the thing. The thing finally happened to me.
It got you, huh? Yeah, it's gotten all of us at least once. Trust me.
Yeah, it gets everybody.
Josh, would you like to make the announcement?
Okay, so here's what happened.
Oh, gosh.
I love things that begin that way.
What happened was,
So I was trying to think, what are we going to do for the show now that we've completed the greatest book of all time?
I know. We were struggling after
Yeah.
y'all left last week. All
Toby
right.
could never with this.
And so an idea hit me. I went to Gronk on the Twitter and I asked it for a plot breakdown of a famous movie. I won't say which one because I want you guys to try to guess.
Okay.
oh God.
it gave me the plot breakdown in its typical AI fashion, where it's like it's mostly right.
Yeah.
I did a copy and paste, put it into the AI story generator, change names and put in some elements so that it would reflect the world we created. You know, so our leading hero is Earl Grey.
Of course.
His friend is Grumbles.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I then hit generate story.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
And this is what we got. So I want
Oh, this
you
would be great.
to try to figure out what movie.
This is from the story?
This is the AI story that it was generated off of
The movie.
the story, the plot breakdown that Gronk gave me of a famous movie.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's got
wow.
layers, y'all. This one has layers.
This is layers deep.
So this is 2 layers of AI.
I mean, double the fun, you know?
Exactly.
Oh,
However,
gosh.
because it gave me the plot breakdown as like an outline, I can say this is way more structured.
Oh. Now, do I want more? I don't know. We will see. I will be happy if there's slightly less repeating.
Uh-huh.
Just like it's
Yeah.
funny the first time.
Well,
and- fuck. Okay.
I've read chapter 1. The repeating issue is in this one.
Hey, Josh, would you like to read the first chapter for the honor of it all?
Sure. But
Oh, my
first,
God.
I don't know why it did this. It gave us a dedication at the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that when you sent me the link, and I thought you were just being cheeky. I didn't
No,
know that was. I thought you were being dramatic.
No.
You know, the theater kid came out
No.
you, and you.
No, the only
Wow.
editing I did with this document was I spaced it out a little bit neater so that it's easier to read. And for whatever reason, even though I named Grumbles, it made him Cecil.
Cecil?
And I was like, well,
Oh, my
that's
God.
not I'm not standing for that. We've got to have Grumbles.
Unacceptable. It is.
And
So
it's
I did a copy and replace of that.
Oh, my God, Cecil.
Where the hell did it get Cecil?
I have no
Grumbles?
idea. I have no idea.
They don't
To
even
my
start with the same letter.
And to my knowledge, the plot breakdown from the movie does not include the name Cecil anywhere in it.
Hey, I did the same thing with that list, man. I tried to find some of the things they talked about on there.
Yeah.
They did. There was nothing. All right.
So I will also, because in the story prompt, I named 5 different characters.
Oh, gosh.
I'm not going to mention. Obviously, one of them's Earl Grey. One of them's Grumbles.
Two.
It didn't. What the hell?
She's going
Oh,
into a
sorry.
bag of. You're going to a bag of Triscuits.
I was opening my bag so I can get my food out.
That's fine. That's fine.
She's got her snacks. She's ready for this. She's ready.
The wonders of being on your phone.
Right.
Oh, you're fine.
But it flat out ignored 2 of the characters I named.
Excellent.
Oh, wow.
So one of them was Frank Lee, and I'm very disappointed that didn't make it in there.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Frank Lee. I thought that was a very clever name.
Yes, I
great.
like it.
Yes.
I like it.
And then it also ignored the name of our new love interest's father,
Wait.
Jin
Oh.
Singh.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Ah,
Wait. Hold on. You're gonna have to back up for me. You lost me there. Yeah, I heard father was the name of the love interest, and I got very concerned, and my
No,
brain
no, no.
kind of shut down. So
No. the love interest father's name I named Jin Singh.
Okay.
He's nowhere in this.
Boo.
Oh wow.
Now, there are 2 other names that I put in there that did make it in, and I'm going to keep those a secret till we meet them.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Now,
All right.
I
But
gotta ask, where
Yes.
in the timeline is this?
this is post Arwen's journeys with Earl.
Arwen and Earl broke up.
I took off to the hills, y'all. I guess
Yeah,
I have hand holding. That's right.
Well, I mean, we discussed, that they got a divorce
We
last
did.
week.
We did.
I know. I just
You guys were together for 100 years, and he kept mentioning the badger, and
and the comet.
and the comet, yeah, and
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
he got on Arwen's nerves, and she buggered off.
He did. That's pretty much in a nutshell what happened. It was a whirlwind while it lasted, but
Yes.
he moved on to new whimsy after Earl. So.
That's right.
Yeah. He used whimsy too much.
Yeah.
And magical.
Right.
He stopped eating glowing mushrooms and then was like, "What the hell am I doing?"
Yeah.
What am I doing with my life?
They both were like, weren't you just supposed to fix my car? Like,
Grumbles,
Uh-huh.
Grumbles was trying to move in and he couldn't take it anymore.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are we ready for Earl Grey and the crashed comet?
Oh my god.
Yes.
But first, wait, I'm gonna put art on the screen of what Earl looks like. I didn't have access to this until just at the beginning of the stream. So I don't have. This is not the thumbnail for chapter 1. This is just I kind of threw something together with the knowledge.
I've told you shit about this.
Yeah, you told me you read a line. You read one singular line that I can't even remember because it was so nonsensical. And
You'll
that's
remember it when we get to it.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Excellent.
Oh my.
There we
There's
go.
Earl. Oh, he's
Yeah.
trying his
I-
chin.
I love that you made him kind of like sad Luke Skywalker.
Actually, I was trying to make him look
Right.
like Gandalf, but it's very hard to make someone look like Gandalf without making him look like Gandalf. So I just gave him a gray cloak. So, he's still shirtless.
Yes.
course.
And it looks like it looks like the Gandalf body, the buff from last night was borrowed here with a little less varicose veins. So it's definitely giving buff Gandalf.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
must say, I love the huge loaf of bread that's almost as big as the house in the back.
Oh
Yes.
my god, I just saw it.
Yes. Okay. Now, since we are on a time limit, we should get started.
I know.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
Okay.
marvel at the beauty of who we're following. It is great. All right,
Yes.
let's do this thing.
Okay. As far as I can tell, the dedication was written by Earl.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. So your first up.
Fuck. Okay. Hold on. I gotta drink some water. And I'm gonna have to take off my headphones because you make me start laughing. Okay. All right. Let me get into the
Yeah. Gotta get in character.
dedication. Never. Okay. No, I can do this. This is fine.
You can do this. You can do this.
I'm used to like 4 words, okay? I'm not like over like every 10 to 15 pages. I'm used to 4 words. So the fact that I have to do this in 3 paragraphs is gonna be crazy.
4.
Oh no, I scrolled down.
Oh my god.
Okay, all right.
You know, real quick, Jester has a good point. Arwen, is your mic like where it's supposed to be?
Yes, it actually is. And I was listening back to VacTube this morning, and I sounded super, super low compared to everybody
Yeah.
else.
Yes,
But
you did.
I'm at 100. I'm at freaking 100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Huh.
I don't know what's going on.
Let me see if there's anything in my settings that I can do.
And
Reduce
this is a
background
first for me.
noise.
I'm never too soft, so I'm out of my
Yeah.
territory here.
Okay,
I don't know what to do.
I turned off automatically adjust mic volume for me.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's all right. Is there any difference here? Can y'all hear any difference at all? No. Yes.
I mean, I'm on my phone, so it kind of sounds the same to me.
Oh no, you're fine.
Yeah.
All right. Is this good for me?
Yes.
Because I don't want to be
Yeah,
too loud.
yeah,
it
it's
says
good for
Google
you.
Chrome is using my microphone. What the hell?
Well, are you on Google Chrome for your StreamYards link?
Yeah.
That's probably why it's using your microphone.
Oh, wait. Okay, microphone. Allow access to the microphone of this. Yeah, well,
Yes.
it's on. Hang on. Let me.
I would actually not be surprised if it was coming through your computer.
Okay, microphone access for this device. On.
Okay. And also go into settings for the StreamYard settings. Go into audio and
Yeah.
turn off reduce mic background noise.
Okay, StreamYard settings.
It's on the bottom.
Wait. Oh, settings. There. Okay. I'm
Now
so
go to
sorry, y'all.
Audio. Make sure the mic is the correct mic.
I'm not sure. I have default microphone USB audio device.
And that's the mic you use.
Okay. Is that any better?
Yeah. Is there another mic that's plugged in to it than just your computer?
Mm-mm.
Okay, then that should be fine.
That should
You
be-
can also go to the bottom and increase the volume of your mic.
Oh wait, hang
It's
on.
a slider.
I found it. How about that? Is that any better?
I didn't notice anything.
All right, you want me to
Sounds the same to
to reduce mic background noise? Is that it? Turn that on?
Turn it off. Make sure it's not clicked.
Oh, it's not clicked.
Okay.
Is that
And then-
any better?
And then there should also be a slider for mic volume at the bottom.
Yeah, I just turned that all the way up.
Okay.
200.
Okay.
And,
I mean, you sound fine to me.
okay. All right. I'm sorry. My bullshittery's taking up time. I'll just be quiet today. Well, let's read. Yeah, memes, technical difficulties, always. My middle name. It irritates me.
All right. Everybody sound good? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Y'all behave.
No promises.
Dedication to my eccentric friends, the ones who always add a sprinkle of chaos to life's baking recipe. A dash. May your teacups always be full. Your ferrets well behaved, mostly. And your glitter bomb arsenal never quite run dry. All right. This one goes out for you. All right. All of you. All right. For embracing the absurdity, for the unexpected detours, and for reminding me that even the most meticulously planned.
Meticulously.
I said meticulously, bitch. Okay.
Whoa. Drink up.
I'm gonna keep going. Okay. I don't know what this
You got this. You got
this
this.
rude fox over here. It's like trying to throw
Am I
off my
I'm
vibe.
not a fox right now. I am Game Dolph.
You're a fox. You're just a silver one right now.
A silver fox. I'm dead.
You're welcome. There's more where that came from. That's why I keep getting the ladies.
Earl's so saucy today. I just love it. I love it. Why the hell did I leave? I'm telling you, I'm missing out. The one that got
You
away
wanted
was
to fuck a pumpkin.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh God. All right, go on, Earl. Go on, Earl. Speak your truth.
Okay. Oh my god. All right. Also, I'm talking directly into the microphone. Like, I'm like inches away. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm low. And for reminding me that even the most meticulously planned adventures often end up sprinkled with a healthy dose of unplanned hilarity. You inspire me to bake more sourdough, as you do, and venture into more fantastical realms than I ever thought possible. Thanks for the laughs, the tea, and the occasional ferret-related crisis averted, barely.
Arwen, are you fanning yourself?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm very hot. I'm very hot. Oh, y'all can hear that though. I'm like murmuring, but y'all can hear my damn fan. At least y'all can hear the fan.
Can y'all actually hear me well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Good.
we hear
'Cause
you
like I
good.
said, I'm like 3 inches from the mic, trying to talk into it. All right. Let's do it. All right. I can do this. This is fine. I can do this with a straight face. All right. To all the bakers who dream of global domination, but choose instead to conquer the world one delicious loaf at a time. Your unwavering dedication to the perfect rise inspires my own quest to perfect the art of storytelling as you do. One witty line, one explosive chapter, one unexpected twist at a time. That was one sentence, just so we're all clear.
Yes, it was.
Giggity.
May your ovens always be hot, your starters ever active, and your determination to create something truly extraordinary never falter. You
I'm
remind
sorry, but that line was sexier and hotter than anything Earl ever said in the other book. Just saying.
That is true.
That is
Ovens
facts.
always be hot.
Yes.
Your starters
Yes.
ever active? I mean, come on now. I see you, Earl.
True.
So we know he has it in him.
Yeah, we do.
Apparently, when Arwen left, he had it in.
Yeah. I'm not even as sexy as a damn loaf of bread to Earl.
Hey.
What does that say about me?
Hey, Arwen, let's all be clear. You are not even remotely close to being
Oh.
Arwen. Okay.
I was a tragic train wreck is what I was, but
Yes.
I liked it for about 100 years and then was like, we both just kind of ran out of gas. It's okay.
You ran out of mushrooms. I'm telling you, that's the reason. You ate all the mushrooms on the mountain, and that's what happened. You just kind of came to your assistance, and you were like, "Oh shit, we were high the whole time."
We were... It's been a nice trip, Earl. Have a good one. I apologize. Go ahead, Earl. Continue.
You're fine. You remind me that even the smallest ingredients can create the most inspiring and delightful results. Yeah, you are the unsung heroes of this culinary landscape, and your dedication to your craft is nothing short of magical. I kind of wish it said whimsical.
I do too, but
We can dream.
Earl's mixing it up. He's using
Yeah.
new vocabulary.
He is. To those who believe that a truly great adventure involves talking teacups, strategically placed ferrets, and a healthy dose of glitter bombs. We never talked about glitter bombs before. I don't know why I'm dedicating shit to it.
This is new. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
new. Okay. We have new lore. May your journeys be filled. I'm sorry, a healthy dose of glitter bombs. There's a dash there. I must make note of that. May your journeys be filled with unexpected twists, surprising allies, and the knowledge that even a blacksmith and baker, which I am both, can save the world. Or at least a particularly sparkly corner of it, or like whatever.
Oh my God! At least a sparkly corner, y'all.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't need to save the whole world. Just a sparkly corner.
Just a slice of pie from my bakery. That's all we need. Not the whole thing. That's too much. All right.
Slice.
Your belief in the extraordinary reminds us that even the mundane can hold extraordinary. We just couldn't figure out how to use another word. Magic, if you just look close enough. And finally, to Cammy. Oh,
Who?
sure. Shout out to Cammy. What's up, girl or dude? My fellow Oak Haven special agent, more Lord Doc,
So,
and my partner in crime, literally. Thank you for always reminding me that even amidst the chaos, true love and a well-baked loaf of bread can prevail. Your fiery spirit, unwavering loyalty, and willingness to face any threat. What the fuck's going on here?
I don't know.
Even if it involves glitter, a ferret, and I'm sorry, even if it involves glitter, comma, ferrets, not glittery ferrets, glitter, comma, ferrets, very important. Or the occasional mild deranged professor inspires me to, of course, yes, it inspires me to take on life's adventures with the same gusto and determination. This book, this masterpiece, is dedicated to our shared adventures. We did not with Arwen, but with you, Cammy.
Right.
My homegirl, okay, who I'm assuming.
Cammy.
All right. To our capacity to navigate life's unexpected challenges and to always welcome. Oh, there we go. It's fine, I can read. And to the always welcomed spark that reignites with every new encounter. Thank you for the adventures, past, fucking thank you for the adventures.
I'll just stroke out. Sorry.
Past, present, and future. May our next mission be extra sparkly.
Yay!
That
You
was
read the dedication.
That last line almost killed me.
Yes.
That may have to be my new Twitter profile tagline.
May
Our
our
next mission be extra sparkly.
That's actually perfect for you.
It is.
yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
Who the hell is Cammy and why is she more sparkly than Arwen?
Right? I gotta meet this chick.
All right. Yeah.
Chapter. This also gave us chapter titles. Chapter
Oh.
Chapter 1: Comet Crash and Unexpected Recruitment.
I can actually properly do this now. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
The aroma of freshly baked sourdough hung heavy in the air, a comforting blanket against the chill October evening. Earl Grey, a man whose life revolved around the rhythmic clang of his hammer and the satisfying crust of his bread, hummed a
Damn,
jaunty.
Sorry. All right, continue. I know we're on time. I can't dissect every single line. We gotta let some of it go. All right, we're fine.
Hummed a jaunty tune as he shaped a particularly plump loaf. His small bakery, nestled on a quiet street in Oakhaven, was his sanctuary, a haven from the complexities of life, especially the recent complexities of divorce.
Oh, shit!
No! Oh
No, the mushrooms.
Uh-oh.
The divorce from Arwen,
That
his
bitch.
his vibrant, fiery ex-wife, still stung. A dull ache beneath the surface of his otherwise placid existence.
Damn.
Aw. Poor Earl.
I kind of feel bad for
He-
Earl because it sounds like Arwen definitely left him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He poured his heartbreak into baking.
Again. Oh no.
he
Sounds
poured
appropriate.
everything into baking. Every damn thing into baking.
Remember the badger?
Right? Go bake some bread, Earl.
The
Instead of
better.
I've got a headache for hand holding, it was Earl, go bake some bread.
Actually, I'm convinced that it was fall in that final chapter.
Yeah.
I
So
like
this
that.
might have happened like a month after the last story.
Yeah.
Oh my
that
God.
fall.
Yeah. He poured his heartbreak into his baking, crafting loaves of such exquisite perfection that even the grumpy old Mrs. Periwinkle next door admitted they were almost good enough to forget about the dreadful state of the world. Almost.
All right, calm down. All right.
Lovely.
And shouldn't that second almost be part of her quote, but it's not.
Oh, I would have put almost as to emphasize it as an entirely new paragraph,
That too.
kind of to showcase that he agrees with her because he is also, he's also miserable. But that's just the writer in me coming out. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's perfect.
Poor
Bless you.
Earl.
Thank
Don't
you.
don't you feel bad now, Arwen?
Look, here's the tea, okay? Here's the tea. This may paint Earl as a rejected, sad blacksmith baker. Okay, but the reality is, how many damn years can you hear about that badger, huh? Without wanting to lose your damn mind. So I'm sorry. There are two sides to every divorce, just saying.
Sweetheart, he
Okay.
hasn't kissed you yet.
Right? So, whatever, Earl. Go off, King.
You never
Find
made
your
it past
princess.
holding hands before you got married.
It's
Yeah.
true.
True. They were abstaining. Okay.
He
We rolled the dice and we went.
didn't
with
even make it to first base.
No.
Didn't even make it to the plate.
Shit,
No,
Grumbles had his hands on him more than I did because, he had to actually fashion him. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Tonight, however, the world was about to get considerably less dreadful and considerably more fantastical.
Yay.
I also would have accepted whimsical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The first sign was a light show. A spectacular meteor shower streaking across the inky sky painted the heavens in vibrant hues of emerald, sapphire, and ruby. It was beautiful, undeniably so. But then came the power outage, plunging Oakhaven into darkness, punctuated only by the sporadic flashes of the celestial display. Earl, initially charmed by the spectacle, soon found himself cursing the lack of electricity. His oven, his pride and joy, was now a useless hunk of metal. That's why you go with gas stoves, baby!
This whole
Right?
yes. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Okay, this whole time.
I was thinking he was using like an old fashioned wood burning stove.
Right?
Or
Like
wood,
the pizza. Yeah, like the pizza ovens at the real
Yeah.
Italian joints.
Or
Yes.
coal was also
yes.
an acceptable thing.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
what I was thinking too.
The rhythmic whir of his mixer lay silent, in stark contrast to the usual comforting symphony of his baking routine.
Buh.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
He sighed, the soft glow of his lantern casting long shadows across his flour-dusted counter. The second sign arrived in the form of a rather dramatic entrance. 4 figures, their faces partially obscured by the darkness, burst through his bakery door, sending a cascade of sugar packets scattering across the floor. Assholes!
What the hell?
Rude.
Dicks
Where did
coming in
the
my
sugar packets
bakery.
come from? What the-
The leader, a portly man with a magnificent handlebar mustache and a
No.
monocle perched precariously on his nose, announced himself with a booming voice that seemed to shake the very foundations of the building.
Hold on a second. Josh, is this you?
Oh, I'm definitely doing this voice.
No. You have a magnificent handlebar mustache and a monocle. You're the only person I know that wears a monocle.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Not not gonna lie, when I first read Magnificent Handlebar Mustache, my first impression was Hulk Hogan.
Oh my gosh. Hulk Hogan with a monocle, that makes it funnier. I
That
will
does
say.
make it funny.
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, brother. Yes.
Mr. Earl Grey, brother.
Okay, so we now know what his voice has to be. Okay.
Mr. Earl, Mr. Earl Grey, I presume. He declared, his voice echoing through the suddenly quiet bakery. We are agents of the Oak Haven Special Agents, and we require your ... unique ... assistance.
Brother.
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 Andre, I'll see you at WrestleMania, brother.
God.
Earl, momentarily stunned into silence, could only stare. Unique assistance. He was a blacksmith and a baker. Hardly the profile of a secret agent, especially not one involved in ... Well, whatever this seems to be.
You know what, Earl? You're more relatable. Okay.
Yes.
You're just confused. So you know what? It's in my head canon now that in the story he was just always smiling because he was just like, I have no idea what else to do. I am so lost and confused about what's going on.
I finally met a human being more clueless than I am, so I'm here for it. He's gonna be texting Arlena. Arlena, what does felching mean? She's gonna be
Oh my God.
okay, Earl, calm down.
yeah.
I'll tell you.
Oh, Earl.
Oh, Earl.
The other agents, a motley crew sporting an assortment of peculiar hats, gadgets, and expressions of varying degrees of seriousness, began to explain. Their words tumbled out in a torrent of jargon. Cometary incursion, pixie menace, imminent magical catastrophe, unique metallurgical expertise. Earl's eyebrows shot up, his expression shifting from bewildered to increasingly incredulous. It turned out that a rather large and very magical comet had crashed somewhere nearby.
The comment?
Yeah.
All right, we're getting
Well,
somewhere, y'all. Get
Me, I crashed.
That's
Well,
right.
well, maybe. I don't know. I tried to incorporate elements from the previous book into this, but the AI does what the AI is gonna do.
This is true. This
Yeah.
is true.
So at most, this is a spiritual sequel.
When you describe those agents, all I could see is and maybe this will help Eris with her, whatever she's gonna do with this. All I see is different versions of a Dega with steampunk.
Oh my God, yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Not just any comet, mind you, but one brimming with potent, potentially world-altering magical energy. And naturally, a group of particularly nasty pixies were keen to get their hands on it, and with plans that involved, as the lead agent dramatically put it, global domination through strategic deployment of glitter bombs, brother.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Earl, still somewhat shell-shocked, found himself being persuaded, cajoled, and frankly, slightly bullied into joining their mission. His expertise as a blacksmith, it seemed, was unexpectedly crucial. Apparently, dealing with the arcane magical mechanisms required not just an understanding of sorcery, but a rather deep knowledge of metalwork, something Earl possessed in spades. Plus,
Boy.
and this was the clincher, his baking skills proved surprisingly useful in navigating unexpected situations, which the agents assured him were an integral part of their line of work.
What?
Oh
How
my
to
God.
use
What?
measuring cups? How to use yeast? I mean, I'm a little confused here, but okay.
The agents, it turned out, were as eccentric as their mission was bizarre. There was Professor Bumblebrook, the monocled leader with a penchant for dramatic pronouncements.
Ooh.
Esmeralda, the wisecracking woman with a penchant for explosives.
Oh yeah.
Of
It's
the
Audrey. It's Audrey from Atlantis. I'm here for this.
Of the magical variety, naturally. Bartholomew, the quiet giant who carried an unusually large collection of teacups. And finally, Agnes, a woman whose expertise lay in the field of ferret handling. A talent which, as Earl would soon discover, was more vital than one might initially suspect.
Okay, I think I already know what story this is.
Okay, take a guess.
Harry Potter.
No.
Ah,
I was thinking Harry Potter too. I was thinking specifically Order of the Phoenix. Not Order of the Order of the Phoenix.
I forgot we were supposed to be guessing that.
All
I've just
right.
I've been so caught up in this masterpiece.
Isn't it?
I know.
It
Right?
is. It is.
Can't you already see that there is like a slightly more of a structure involved now?
Yes.
Yeah, slightly.
It's still nonsense, but at least there's some order to it.
Organized nonsense.
My brain isn't mush, so
Yes.
we're
Right.
doing good.
I'm
Yeah.
invested. I'm invested.
Yeah. Their journey began with a trip to the crash site, a desolate crater in the middle of nowhere. The comet itself was a breathtaking sight, a colossal chunk of celestial rock embedded in the earth, its surface shimmering with an ethereal, otherworldly glow. The air crackled with energy, a tangible hum vibrating through the ground. It was magnificent, terrifying, and utterly surreal. And then there was the talking tea mug. Yes. Yes, a talking tea mug. It sat perched on a nearby rock, calmly narrating the events leading up to the comet's crash. Its voice, a surprisingly refined baritone. Its pronouncements were insightful, were often laced with rather dry wit, adding an unexpected layer of humor to the otherwise tense situation. Earl was beginning to suspect this whole adventure was far stranger than he initially anticipated. And we're back to overviewing conversations as opposed to seeing it.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yeah.
I needed a break. Okay, I did 4 paragraphs of Earl. All right.
I know. The talking mug, who introduced himself as Grumbles, informed them that the Pixies were closing in.
Oh, God. Oh, good lord. The thumbnails are going to be insane for this, aren't they?
Yep. Yes, they are.
No.
Their arrival would be far from subtle, he warned, involving things such as, but not limited to, a swarm of particularly aggressive bumblebees, a coordinated assault by particularly irritated squirrels, and a deployment of several 100 pounds of glitter, which, according to Grumbles, has been known to cause spontaneous eye twitching in humans.
Good lord.
No,
Grumbles needs more cowbell.
I gotta have my cow.
All right, I got a question.
Yes.
Matrix?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
Mm.
Just as Grumbles finished his rather colorful prediction, and I do want to make it clear, this is a well-known movie. It's not some obscure B film I'm aware of.
No, I know.
This is a famous movie.
Okay.
Mission Impossible?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm trying, man.
I know. Just as Grumbles finished his rather colorful prediction, a flash of iridescent light signaled the arrival of reinforcements. Or rather, counter-reinforcements. Just in case. A pixie.
Excellent.
That was one of my names. Yep.
Oh my
Beautiful.
god.
Just in case. A pixie agent with an unnerving efficiency and a severe case of professional enthusiasm appeared on the scene. He was all sharp angles, pointy ears, and an air of relentless competence that clashed sharply with Earl's reluctant heroism. Ram Bam, no, was not deep impact.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting the suggestions.
Yeah,
Moonfall,
That's
right?
cool.
it's not Moonfall.
Okay, all right. I just thought the cat might have been Grumbles, I just
Fair. Justin, as it turned out, was also the agent who had been tasked with securing the comet first, a fact he wasn't shy about reminding Earl repeatedly, and with considerable disdain.
Yeah, Earl.
Yeah,
Fine.
the ensuing conversation was a masterclass in witty banter bordering on outright verbal warfare. Be nice to see it.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
The Pixies, a horde of tiny, malicious creatures armed with miniature catapults and an almost not miniature catapults. Oh no.
Oh my god.
It'd be great if they like toss tomatoes at you.
Right.
No, they're gonna toss acorns.
Yes,
Yes. Oh, ow, that would hurt.
that would hurt.
Wait, are we doing a battle scene?
Malicious creatures armed with miniature catapults and an almost frighteningly organized battle plan descended upon the crash site. The agents, along with the now somewhat reluctantly involved Earl, found themselves in a chaotic scramble, dodging glitter bombs and narrowly avoiding getting trampled by a rather aggressive horde of exceptionally grumpy squirrels.
It's the Squirrel Stampede from Marvel Rivals from Squirrel Girl. That is fantastic. Yes.
The agents, along with the now somewhat reluctantly involved Earl, found themselves in a chaotic scramble, dodging glitter bombs and narrowly avoiding getting trampled by a rather aggressive horde of exceptionally grumpy squirrels. Okay. Their escape, it turned out, led them into a labyrinthine network of underground tunnels, a system so complex that it could only have been created by a civilization with a deep-seated fascination with mazes and, remarkably, a very large population of incredibly intelligent ferrets. Sure,
Obviously.
these ferrets, it turned out, guarded a secret passage.
Oh my god.
Logically, yes.
Yeah, of course. The
mean-
passage led them to safety, solidifying their already rather strange and utterly unexpected alliance between Earl, the somewhat reluctant blacksmith and baker, and the Oakhaven special agents. A team whose definition of normal was clearly far removed from Earl's own. And then, amidst the chaos of the escape, through a crack in the wall of the tunnel, Earl saw her. Cammy Meal, his ex-girl.
Beautiful.
Meal. Oh my god.
Those are the other two names that I put in.
Love it.
Things are really starting to make sense, though. I kind of get now why Earl was just into hand holding. I was not the one that got away. He had one.
Yeah, his ex-girlfriend, Cammy Meal.
Yeah, I knew there was always something he wasn't wanting to talk about, that motherfucker. Now it's all black and white. I'm seeing it.
That's why he never wanted to kiss you.
That's right. Oh
His
my god,
heart,
years gone.
his heart still belonged to Cammy Meal. You weren't, Arwen. You just didn't have enough tea.
Mm-mm. I just couldn't
You
do
filled
it.
him up. You filled him up with so much cheese that his true love is tea.
I see that now. I didn't ever have a chance, did I? So
Oh
think
my
about
Yeah.
God, my little blurb here for the tea is so much funnier now. I love it.
Yes.
All right, do we get?
Yes.
I hope we get a description of her because I need it. I need not Tammy, Cammy.
All right. Earl saw her, Cammy Meal, his ex-girlfriend, and Oakhaven special agent, the love of his life, and his current unexpected teammate. The adventure was only just beginning. In fact, let's go back in time now. The portly agent, Professor Brumblebook, adjusted his monocle.
What?
A glint of mischief in his eye. Mr. Gray, he boomed. Your skills are, how shall I put this, brother? ... Uniquely suited to this situation. You see, brother, this comet, this celestial behemoth of magical energy, possesses a rather intricate locking mechanism. Sure.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Ram Bam, no, not Street Fighter.
Is it a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Good guess.
That is a
no.
good guess. That's a great guess.
It's not the right one, but good guess. Hellraiser, no.
Oh my god. Wow.
Okay.
I went Lord of the Rings, and then I realized, who the hell would these people be?
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
got distracted with
Yeah.
Gandalf.
Yeah.
I got distracted
Yeah.
with Gandalf.
Same with The Hobbit. I was thinking The Hobbit. But...
A mechanism, I might add, that requires not only a deep understanding of arcane energies, brother, but also a rather ... robust ... knowledge of metalwork. He paused for dramatic effect, allowing his words to hang in the air like the scent of Earl's freshly baked bread. Earl, still blinking in the aftermath of the agent's sudden arrival, swallowed hard.
You're telling me
He stammered.
that my ability to craft a decent horseshoe is somehow relevant to ... stopping evil pixies from taking over the world with glitter bombs?
Beautiful.
Thank you. He's become a lot more Valley Girl since
Yeah.
he stopped with him.
It works. It works.
Yeah. Yeah. Esmeralda, Arwen, get ready.
Okay.
Esmeralda, a woman whose fiery red hair
Oh my
seemed
god.
to perfectly complement her rather explosive personality, chuckled.
Glitter bombs, Mr. Gray, are no laughing matter. They're surprisingly effective and incredibly messy. Professor Bumblebrook here is prone to dramatic pronouncements, but the pixie thread is quite real. Now, if we can keep going forth, there's coffee in that nebula.
I was about to say, I was like, hello, Janeway? What the fuck? I was does she know she's doing Janeway?
Yes! I was hoping y'all knew that I was doing
Oh, I'll never
I was
forget
thinking that a little, but wow.
the
Nice.
coffee in the nebula. It's a giveaway.
Yeah.
What an iconic line. Ah, yes, team, let's go die in the nebula so I can get coffee. That's fine. Oh, no one's going to know where we were, and they'll never know that. Okay, we'll be MIA for the rest of existence, and that'll
Yeah.
destroy our families. It's fine. It's coffee in that nebula. Oh.
She tapped a small, intricately carved wooden box strapped to her hip.
And I'm the one who has to clean up the mess afterward. Q, fuck you, get away from my crew.
She added with a sigh, her tone suggesting this was a frequent occurrence. Bartholomew, a gentle giant who seemed particularly surprised to find himself in any situation requiring more than the quiet contemplation of a steaming cup of tea, nodded solemnly. He carefully placed a chipped teacup back into his overflowing satchel, a collection so vast it seemed to contain every type of teacup imaginable.
The pixies are quite organized.
He mumbled softly.
Their logistical skills are ... unsettling.
Beautiful.
I thought the tiny voice was fitting for the giant.
Perfect.
I agree.
Perfect.
Agnes, a surprisingly agile woman with a network of braided pigtails and an unwavering gaze, chimed in.
Oh, is that me too?
Might as well. She's not in the story that long, as far as I can
And,
tell.
Arlena, can you see? Can you read the story?
I don't. Where's the story?
Oh no! Did you not have it? You butt! Why did you not send it to Arlena?
Oh, because I thought she's still on her phone.
I am, but
I mean, I can
All right,
send you
well,
this.
she didn't. Yeah. Well, you said that to her. Well, do y'all want me to
Sorry.
go on or want to wait for Arlena?
We will wait.
Okay,
Damn it.
Okay.
let's wait.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Now the pressure's on, Arlena. Okay, now we've built this up. All right.
Yeah.
You gotta come back with some good shit. All right. We've built this up now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Does Bartholomew ever in the story give what was it, a 16-minute fart? Or whatever it was Andre the Giant nearly blew everyone away with? Or a 16-second, not 16 minutes. Oh my God, the man would be in the hospital if he was
Okay, there you
giving
go.
a 16-minute fart.
All right.
I just tweeted it to you.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't want to overwhelm your phone, so I didn't think to send you the link. Sorry about that.
How
Oh, okay.
racist.
And we are on page at the bottom of page 5.
Okay.
Just let me know when you're
All
there.
right. So read the sentence before again, so I know exactly where we are.
Yeah. Agnes, a surprisingly agile woman with a network of braided pigtails and an unwavering gaze, chimed in.
Their use of ferrets, however, is not. Those are our biggest concern. Strategically positioned, incredibly well trained, and frankly, rather adorable, despite the chaos they unleash.
She added with a surprisingly soft smile. Agnes's expertise in ferret handling was apparently going to be more crucial than Earl initially thought.
Nice.
Professor Brumblebrook, sensing Earl's mounting incredulity, leaned forward conspiratorially. And your baking skills, Mr. Gray, invaluable. Think of it. Resourcefulness, quick thinking, and the ability to improvise under pressure. All essential qualities for a special agent. Wouldn't you agree?
Only logically. Okay.
It's logical.
Yeah.
That was the line I sent you, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
It's you know what? It's not any clearer in context.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jester. No, it's not Oceans however many.
I was thinking Ocean's 11 too there for a second as well. That's funny.
Not a bad guess.
I think the X is what kind of initially got me on that path too.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Earl stared at them, his mouth agape. He was a blacksmith and a baker. He'd never considered himself particularly resourceful, let alone a potential savior of the world from glitter bomb wielding pixies. Yet, here he was, being recruited by a team of eccentric individuals who seemed to operate on a completely different plane of reality.
Well.
Yeah, you think?
This whole story is a completely different plane of reality.
Yeah.
So it works.
The agents, sensing his hesitation, launched into a detailed explanation of the situation. Again,
Oh no.
the comet, they explained, was not just any celestial body. It was imbued with a powerful, volatile magic. This magic, if harnessed by the pixies, could indeed lead to global domination, albeit a sparkly, glitter-laden one. Well, we know which side Arwen's joining.
I was going to say, if it has to have global domination, damn it needs to be sparkly and glitter laden. Just saying.
Kind of thinking Arwen's behind this.
Oh!
Arwen left Earl because she had plans for glitter global domination.
Sounds good to me. I like it.
Yeah, you know? Independent woman.
It's good to be the queen.
Yeah. And I will admit, the main reason, in all seriousness, the main reason I decided not to continue Arwen being in the story was I was getting I was feeling bad of all the times it just made her sound so stupid. I was feeling bad.
Yeah, it got mean. A few
It did.
times, just because you're just like, okay. I mean, come on, man.
I have well dissociated myself from that brain, so it is all good. She was a ditz and a half. I agree.
Yeah.
Completely.
All right. Their plan, they explained, was disturbingly well organized, involving a complex series of events that would inevitably lead to ... well, chaos. Pure, unadulterated, glitter-strewn chaos.
Nice.
We love it. We love it.
Earl, despite his initial shock, found himself intrigued. The agent's enthusiasm, however slightly unhinged, was infectious. Brother!
Great.
The thought of facing down a horde of glitter bomb-throwing pixies, navigating ferret-infested tunnels, and possibly saving the world was, he had to admit, rather appealing. It certainly beat another evening spent perfecting his sourdough starter.
I bet.
He was further swayed by the surprisingly compelling argument that his exceptional bread-making skills, honed over years of practice, made him uniquely qualified to handle unexpected situations. A talent which, according to the agents, was in high demand with their rather unconventional organization.
Oh my god.
The way Professor Brumblebook described his ability to turn a simple loaf of bread into a weapon, a distraction, or even a bridge in a moment of crisis was ... frankly rather inspiring.
I mean, obviously.
A bridge of
you know.
bread.
Yeah, why not?
Why
Clearly.
With a deep breath, Earl nodded.
All right.
He said, a hint of nervous excitement in his voice.
I'm in.
Oh my god.
I don't do excitement.
The journey to the crash site was ... eventful. The Oakhaven Special Agent's mode of transportation was far from ordinary. A bright pink, surprisingly aerodynamic hot air balloon.
Ooh.
Hold on, I gotta write this down.
Ooh, I'm liking where this is going. All right. They got some style.
Arwen, did you help form the Oakhaven Special Agents?
Starting to wonder. You started a war and you're in charge of them.
Yeah.
Oakhaven was where you were headed for, I think, a job interview in the first story.
Yes.
See, what people don't realize is I'm secretly a super, super, super extra brilliant mastermind behind the scenes.
Okay.
I don't realize that because, I'm so earthy otherwise.
Right.
Global domination,
I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to say Avengers.
That's
No.
also what I also thought about that too.
Nope.
I've been looking around my
choice,
room.
Arlena. Good choice.
It was a good choice.
Yeah, the first
I can
one. I was
see,
thinking the
I can
first
see how you
one.
get there. I can see how you got there, but no.
Is it Men in Black? I'm just gonna throw something out there.
No.
That was my next guess too.
Was it? Oh, okay. So we're all on the same page with this. This is cool.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Okay. A bright pink, surprisingly aerodynamic hot air balloon decorated with whimsical drawings of dancing teacups and aggressively cheerful ferrets. Earl clung to a rope ladder.
Eris, we need this. We need this whole
Okay.
paragraph.
Yeah. With
Is this a mummy?
Earl hanging.
Again, good guess, but no.
Another one. Again, I'm just looking around my room and looking at the movie posters.
Yeah. The wind whipping through his hair as they soared over the rolling hills, leaving the familiar comfort of Oakhaven far behind. The crash site was a desolate landscape, the earth scorched and scarred by the comet's impact. Well, yeah? The comet itself was a breathtaking sight, a colossal chunk of celestial rock embedded in the earth. its surface shimmering with an ethereal, otherworldly glow. The air crackled with energy, a tingling hum vibrating through the ground. It was both magnificent and terrifying. Again.
Wow. Is it turning dark?
And then there was Grumbles.
I take it back. I take it back. It's not turning dark.
Needs more cowbell.
And then there was Grumbles, the talking tea mug. His refined baritone voice as he narrated the events leading up to the crash was both informative and utterly unexpected. He had a remarkably dry sense of humor, often punctuating his pronouncements with sarcastic observations. He regaled them with tales of the comet's journey through space, the challenges of interstellar travel. Apparently, celestial potholes were a significant concern.
What?
Okay.
Celestial potholes. All right, sure.
That's new.
Then again, wouldn't planets just be celestial plot holes?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
And the various attempts by other, less successful magical creatures to capture the comet's power. Grumble's detailed description of the Pixies, meticulous plans that he somehow knows, were their intricate network of spies and informants, and their surprisingly effective use of squirrels as distraction units, painted a vivid picture of an enemy both formidable and surprisingly hilarious. All right.
This isn't Star Trek 4 The Voyage Home, is it?
Again, good guess. No.
Okay. Damn it.
And then, just as Grumbles finished describing the Pixies' impending arrival, which he just emphasized would involve a significant quantity of glitter, the air shimmered, and just in case materialized. He looked precisely. Okay, he looked precisely as the name suggested. A pixie agent with a crisp uniform, a severe expression, and an air of unwavering competence that was utterly unnerving. He radiated an aura of professional efficiency that seemed to clash sharply with the rest of the team's cheerful chaos. In other words, he was competent.
I know. I'm just fascinated that it's not the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're kind of.
Justin wasted no time in reminding Earl of his somewhat reluctant role in this operation. Their verbal sparring was a masterpiece of witty banter, punctuated by sharp retorts and pointed observations. It'd be nice to actually see this conversation.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Clear
and that's the second time they said that.
Yes. It was clear that Justin held no particular fondness for outsiders, especially ones who baked bread instead of battling interdimensional fiends. I can't argue with that.
I can't either. Just in case has got a point.
Yes. The Pixie Horde arrived with all the subtlety of a glitter bomb explosion. Their tiny... All right. Is it...
Subtlety of a glitter bomb explosion. Oh God!
I agree. Arwen's behind this.
I'm telling you, Arwen's behind this. I nailed it.
The clues are there. The clues are definitely there.
Yes. Their tiny forms swarming across the landscape like a mischievous, iridescent cloud. The ensuing battle was a chaotic, exhilarating scramble, a madcap blend of explosions, the magical variety courtesy of Esmeralda, desperate dodges, mostly by Earl, who was surprisingly agile for a baker, and a never-ending flurry of glitter. The squirrels, as Grumbles had predicted, proved to be unexpectedly aggressive. Providing a distracting fury and extremely high-pitched diversion, while the ferrets, Agnes's well-trained, highly intelligent ferrets, played a surprisingly crucial role in securing a covert passage out of the chaos. During the escape, amidst the chaos of dodging glitter bombs and fleeing particularly agitated squirrels, Earl glimpsed a familiar face again. Through a crack in the tunnel wall, he saw her, Cammy, his ex-girlfriend,
Could I get
and
a
as
description, please?
and as it turned out, a fellow Oakhaven special agent. The adventure, Earl realized, was only just beginning, and his journey was just about to become a lot more complicated and a lot more interesting. Back it up. The hot air balloon, a vibrant pink monstrosity.
Hey!
Good lord.
No, we like pink.
Oh no, I just meant the pacing.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Adored with cheerful ferrets engaged in a seamlessly and endless tea party, shuddered violently as it landed with a jarring thump near the comet's impact site. All right,
That's
All
not
right.
encouraging.
let's just do it again. Why not?
Why not?
The landscape was a stark contrast to the whimsical decorations of their unlikely transport. I love the covert, the covert agents riding around in a pink hot air balloon. Sure, why not?
Yeah, it's not like that balloon doesn't say, "Look at me!
Yeah.
Look at me!
Right?
Which
We are
again,
here!"
leading me to my theory that Arwen was involved in the formation of this organization.
I'm sold. I'm starting to think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The landscape was in stark contrast with the whimsical decorations of their unlikely transport. The earth was scorched black, cracked like a shattered eggshell. The air thick with the smell of ozone and something vaguely floral. Possibly burnt heather, Earl guessed.
What?
I don't know why I think that's so
What?
funny.
Oh
Burnt
my
heather.
God.
Okay.
All right. I'm not familiar with a plant named Heather, but all right. The crater itself was a yawning maw in the earth, a testament to the comet's forceful arrival. Take a shot, testament.
Well.
And nestled within, radiating an ethereal, almost painful glow, was the comet itself. It was breathtaking, a colossal chunk of rock, seemingly made of polished obsidian. How is obsidian glowing?
I don't know. I've
No.
written it down. Good luck, future
Wow.
me.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause
Really?
obsidian can be shiny and polished, but it's black.
It's very opaque.
Yes. I don't know how it glows.
Don't either.
Well, you know what, Grok, you will be my assistant next week. We'll figure
all right.
this out. All right.
All right. It's not Pulp Fiction, is it?
No.
Okay.
It pulsed with an inner light, its surface shimmering with an otherworldly energy that tingled on Earl's skin. He could feel the hum of power vibrating through the ground, a low thrum that resonated deep in his bones. It was beautiful, terrifying, and undeniably magical. Professor Brumblebrook, ever the dramatic one, puffed out his chest. Behold, Mr. Gray, the comet of oh dear God, the comet of
Ethereal
Thelrend.
Thelrend.
Right, that works.
Of Thelrend, I guess.
Arwen. The comet of Avalon.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Behold, Mr. Gray, brother, the comet of Ethelrend, a celestial body of unimaginable power, capable of ... He paused, searching for the right word. ... Utter pandemonium, should it fall into the wrong hands, brother.
Every time you say that, I want to go, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I am a real American.
I am dead.
He gestured grandly at the shimmering comet. And those hands, my dear boy, belong to the delightfully mischievous pixies of Oakhaven. I'll see you at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Esmeralda, get ready, Arwen.
All right.
Never one to shy away from a dramatic moment, added,
And they're not exactly known for their subtlety, especially when glitter bombs are involved. Their latest plan, according to our intelligence, involves turning the comet's energy into an army of ... Well, let's just say it's a very sparkly, very explosive army. Now fly forward, Mr. Kim.
Kim wasn't at the helm.
Oh,
Shut up.
excuse me. I'm
She
sorry.
had too much coffee.
I am high on all that coffee, too much caffeine, but please carry on.
She shuddered dramatically.
Oh my good lord. Can't wait to lay down. Take a cold shower and lay down.
Bartholomew, ever the gentle soul, offered a quiet,
Rather concerning, wouldn't you agree?
he carefully produced a steaming cup of tea from his seemingly bottomless satchel, the faint scent of chamomile mingling in the ozone of the air. He just has tea in this. I thought it was tea cups, but he apparently has cups of tea in there. All right.
No.
My God.
Is it a bag of holding?
Agnes, practical as ever, added. Agnes.
Oh, is that me?
Yes.
That's you. You're
Oh,
right.
shit.
Your name is Agnes in this, yes.
Hold on, I gotta pull it back up. Shit. Well, it's not easy when you're on a phone, so
No, I know.
This is why I didn't do that. This is why I didn't try to.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
all right, you gotta tell me where we're at.
We're
Where
on
we at?
page we're like midway through page 9.
Wow, we're doing good.
This isn't ET, is it?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Agnes, practical as ever, added.
The Pixie invasion is scheduled for precisely 3 p.m. We have roughly 4 hours to disable the comet's magical core before they convert it into an arsenal of glitter-based weaponry capable of global domination.
All right.
I am baffled.
I think Arwen has gone covert, undercover as Agnes. She's the mole in the plant. I'm starting to see this now.
Agnes patted one of her ferrets, who promptly began grooming its paws with meticulous attention to detail. Earl couldn't help but notice the ferret's tiny, perfectly manicured claws.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my God. It is Arwen in disguise
Yeah.
because, but instead of cats, it's ferrets.
It's fair. Yeah.
Even just in case, despite his usual air of detached efficiency, seemed slightly unsettled by the scale of the comet's power. He meticulously checked his arsenal of miniature weapons, a collection that seemed absurdly advanced for such a small being. His usually impassive expression was etched with a concentration that bordered on grim determination. The urgency of the situation was palpable. This wasn't just another quirky mission for the Oakhaven special agents. This was a genuine threat, a potential global catastrophe, the weight of the world, or at least a significant portion of its sparkly, glitter-coated potential rested on their shoulders, and unexpectedly on Earl's.
I didn't ask for any of this.
Neither do all who wish to live to see such times, brother.
I wish not to live to see such times, personally.
Oh my
And
God.
then, from within the crater, a voice echoed. Not a booming shout, not a whisper, but a refined, almost aristocratic baritone. I've already read chapter 1, so I know who this is. Good heavens, what a mess.
Oh my god!
The voice declared.
Oh my God.
Earl blinked. He looked around the crater, searching for the source of the sound. Professor Brumblebook, Esmeralda, Bartholomew, and Agnes all stared in bewildered silence, even just in case seemed momentarily taken aback. Then, from behind a jagged piece of the comet, a chipped, rather elegant teacup emerged. He's not a mug anymore. All right.
He's transformed.
He's regenerated like Doctor Who. It wobbled slightly, then settled, its handle twitching almost imperceptibly. Allow me to introduce myself, the teacup said, its voice surprisingly deep and resonant. I am Grumbles, and I have had a rather long and a rather bumpy journey. Grumbles, the talking teacup, proved to be an unexpectedly handful of as he was utterly bizarre, unexpectedly helpful as he was utterly bizarre. We know, we've been over this part.
Oh yeah.
He had apparently been aboard the comet during its interstellar flight and possessed a surprisingly detailed knowledge of the celestial body, its composition, its magical properties, and, most importantly, its rather intricate locking mechanism. Of course, why not?
Oh my God.
What does this have to do with me?
He claimed to have witnessed several attempts by other magical creatures, including a rather grumpy dragon and a coven of incredibly demanding fairies, to access the comet's power, all of which ended in spectacular failures. The Pixies, you need to let me get this clean, all right?
No, I know. That was a lot, okay? That was a lot. All right. I'm
Understandable.
sorry. I will silently contemplate my existence.
Right.
Please continue.
The Pixies, however, Grumbles declared, his baritone voice laced with a distant note of disapproval, have a rather ... thorough plan. Meticulously detailed, incredibly well organized, and frankly, slightly terrifying in its efficiency. He proceeded to regale them with a blow-by-blow account of the Pixie strategy, which involved a complex network of spies. Again, a surprisingly effective use of strategically positioned squirrels. Yes, to be used as distractions, we know. Apparently, their high-pitched chattering acted as an excellent distraction. And, of course, a massive quantity of glitter bombs. He punctuated his narrative with dry witticisms and sarcastic asides. His observations were often more insightful than they were amusing. It became clear that the Pixies weren't just playing games. They were engaged in a meticulously planned campaign of global domination. The glitter bombs were merely the tip of a rather sparkly iceberg.
Oh my God.
This is fantastic.
Grumble's detailed account only heightened the sense of urgency. The Pixies' arrival was imminent, their meticulously planned attack poised to unleash chaos upon the world. A shimmery, glittery chaos, but chaos nonetheless.
Pretty chaos. Pretty. And pink.
No, not legend. Good guess, though.
Oh, such a good movie. Oh, such a good movie.
The fate of the world, or at least the immediate vicinity, now rested on the shoulders of a divorced blacksmith, a baker, a collection of eccentric agents, and a rather opinionated teacup. The weight of it all was, Earl had to admit, rather heavy. And he took a deep breath, his heart hammering against his ribs. This was going to be a long afternoon, and probably a very messy one. Yeah, because glitter is just a nightmare to clean up.
It is, and it gets in your skin. I still have little glitter bits in my hands because glitter glue's great. But yeah,
No, it's not.
It's
It's awful.
wonderful.
I work as a custodian. Glitter is
Well,
evil.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Just as Grumbles finished his rather dramatic and sparkly reaccounting of the Pixie invasion plan that again he somehow knows, the ground trembled. Not a gentle tremor, but a full-blown seismic shudder that set loose rocks scattering down the crater walls. Before anyone could react, a blur of emerald green zipped across the scorched earth. It landed with a precise thud, creating a miniature crater of its own directly in front of the assembled group.
Damn.
From the dust cloud erupted just in case. Not emerged.
Oh!
Not emerged, erupted. All right.
Wow.
Even though he was there previously.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Eris, pay attention. You're about to get a description again. He wasn't exactly what Earl had expected. He imagined a formidable warrior, maybe a stern-faced elf with a quiver full of enchanted arrows. Instead, he was a pixie, barely taller than Earl's knee, clad in a surprisingly sophisticated miniature tuxedo. He carried a satchel that seemed disproportionately large for his size, and from its depths, he produced a pair of miniature binoculars, meticulously wiping them clean with a silk handkerchief before raising them to his eyes. All right. Got to switch voices.
Wow.
Case, reporting for duty.
Keep going. Sorry.
He announced, his voice surprisingly crisp and authoritative.
Perfect.
That's why I went with my Picard.
Perfect. It's perfect.
He lowered the binoculars, his gaze sweeping over the group with an assessing almost clinical efficiency. Comments intact. Pixies inbound. Gray, your lack of preparedness is ... concerning. He emphasized concerning with a slight, almost imperceptible twitch of his miniature eyebrow.
Oh my God.
Earl, still slightly gazed from the talking teacup revelation, felt a sudden surge of irritation.
Oh, and I'm the one who's unprepared. I just got here. I was kidnapped by ferret adorned hot air balloon, and and you know what? A talking teacup just narrated a pixie invasion plan to us. Okay.
He gestured wildly at Grumbles, who simply raised a perfectly sculpted eyebrow in reply. Justin's expression, already bordering on stern, tightened further. Procedures, Gray. We adhere to procedures. And the first procedure is a comprehensive risk assessment, which, if I may add, you failed to adequately prepare for. Your attire is unacceptable for field operations. Your personal protective equipment is non-existent, and your overall demeanor displays a concerning lack of urgency.
Damn, Earl getting red for filth, y'all. But
Team Justin.
Yes, go.
Oh my gosh.
Read like a book.
Wow.
He launched into a detailed critique of Earl's attire, pointing out the flaws in his sturdy blacksmith's apron, the inadequacies of his worn leather boots, and the general unacceptable lack of shimmer in his overall appearance. All right.
He's not shimmery enough, y'all. Get clocked by a pixie for the lack of shimmer.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
He clearly had a checklist, a meticulously detailed, highly specific checklist that Earl suspected occupied several volumes in his oversized satchel. Earl, however, was not intimidated.
Well, at least I'm not obsessed with procedures.
Earl clapping back.
He retorted, crossing his arms.
It's important to embrace the unexpected and to allow oneself to be surprised by the delightful absurdity of a talking teacup narrating the downfall of civilization. Where's the fun in a perfectly executed plan?
Right.
Just the world's at stake. Yeah, sure.
Right.
Wow.
Just in case blinked, completely thrown off by this unexpectedly philosophical approach.
Oh
His
my God.
his perfectly sculpted pixie face.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Perfectly sculpted pixie face.
Wow.
He's so sassy, this just in case. Sassy little pixie.
His perfectly sculpted pixie face seemed to struggle for a moment. The idea of fun clearly didn't exist in his rigidly structured world.
Wow.
Fun is irrelevant, he stated, his voice tight with frustration. Efficiency is paramount, and your lack of efficiency is jeopardizing the mission. He proceeded to pull out a bewilderingly He proceeded to pull out a bewildering, I'm out of water.
Here.
Hold on.
Bewildering. I'll say it and you can skip it. Bewildering.
He proceeded to pull out a bewildering array of miniature weapons from his satchel, tiny grappling hooks, laser pistols that seemed to fit into his fingernail.
What?
What?
Oh my God.
That's weird.
And
Ew.
and what appeared to be a miniature flamethrower concealed inside a thimble. I have, however, prepared for all contingencies, he added slightly more condescendingly than intended, examining each miniature weapon with intense precision.
I think Mr. Case needs to unclench his butt cheeks and lay off of that coffee from the nebula, is what I have to say.
Their argument was interrupted by a high-pitched shriek piercing through the air. A wave of shimmering glitter, like a tsunami of sparkly doom,
Yay! Let's go!
was approaching them at alarming speed. The pixies, true to Grumble's prophecy, were attacking.
They're deploying glitter bombs. And oh, Chakotay, hubba hubba.
Esmeralda shrieked, clutching Bartholomew, who, true to form, just kept sipping his chamomile tea. Procedures, Gray. Justin yelled over the sound of approaching pixies, his voice cracking slightly with the sudden adrenaline surge. Evacuate immediately. Proceed to designated extraction point Zeta 7. Oh, okay.
Wow! When he was ready to go all medieval on us. Wow.
Justin, in a flurry of emerald green, launched himself towards a seemingly insignificant rock formation, revealing a hidden access point to a series of underground tunnels. He fired a miniature grappling hook towards it, expertly swinging across the chaotic scene. He gestured wildly for Earl and the others to follow.
Zeta 7? Is that even a real place?
Earl muttered, dodging a glitter bomb that narrowly missed his head. Irrelevant. What? I thought that's where you're escaping. I thought that's what you're escaping to. You just gave the order to do this.
It's
Justin-
irrelevant if it's a real place or not.
Justin, I'm confused.
Irrelevant, Justin shouted back. It's a designated escape route according to Protocol 73B, subsection 4, paragraph 2. Follow me. All right. The ensuing escape was chaotic scramble of dodging glitter bombs, leaping over crevices and narrowly avoiding being flattened by giant glitter-covered squirrels. Oh no!
yay.
The squirrels are covered in glitter.
My kind of squirrels.
Earl, surprisingly agile for a blacksmith, found himself relying on his instincts and a healthy dose of luck, while, just in case, with his miniature arsenal and adherence to procedures, proved to be unexpectedly effective, if somewhat annoying, guide through the chaotic battlefield. I thought you're running through the tunnels.
Is it just those two? Are the rest of the losers left behind to get killed by glitter bombs?
The afternoon was, as Earl had predicted, turning out to be both long and very, very messy. And it seemed a lot more exciting than he had anticipated. The journey to Zeta 7 had just begun. Following Just in Case, who zipped through the air like a particularly agile emerald hummingbird, was less than ideal. Dodging glitter bombs the size of small dogs.
God!
Okay, all right. While simultaneously avoiding being trampled by oversized glitter-encrusted squirrels, was a skill Earl hadn't known he possessed. I'm not sure anyone knows they can do that.
No.
He found himself unexpectedly nimble, his blacksmith's strength proving surprisingly useful in leaping across chasms and scaling surprisingly unstable rock formations. Esmeralda, clutching Bartholomew, who remained serenely calm amidst the chaos, trailed behind, occasionally letting out a shriek of terror as...
Wow.
As another glitter bomb exploded in their wake. You'll notice it completely forgot all about Agnes.
Oh my God!
It hasn't mentioned her at all during this entire escape.
No.
Rip
No.
Agnes, you are a real one.
I volunteer as tribute.
All right, let's see. I'm following along. Okay. This is exhilarating.
You forgot the ...
Excuse me. Oh my God, I need to go back in that nebula. This is ... exhilarating.
Esmeralda gasped, her voice slightly muffled by Bartholomew's surprisingly thick chamomile tea-scented beard.
Shit, I'm sorry. Let me do that again.
What?
This is exhilarating. There we go.
Esmeralda, there we go. ...
I keep forgetting.
Oh my God.
Earl.
Exhilarating is one word for it.
Earl panted, narrowly avoiding a particularly aggressive glitter-covered squirrel that seemed intent on using his apron as a scratching post.
Insane, chaotic, and potentially fatal are others. Don't work out. Oh my God. I'm gonna die.
The underground tunnels, however, proved to be a surprisingly different sort of challenge. The entrance, seemingly innocuous rock formation, opened into a vast, sprawling network of passages, dimly lit by phosphorescent fungi.
Yay!
That cast an eerie, otherworldly glow. The air hung heavy with the scent of damp earth and something distinctly ... ferret-like.
Ferret guano, y'all. Ferret guano.
All right. Zeta 7 is this way, Just in Case announced, his voice echoing through the cavernous space. He navigated the tunnels with an unnerving ease, his miniature satchel apparently containing a map of the entire underground system.
Everyone has bags of holding.
Yeah. According to According to Protocol 73B, subsection 4, paragraph 2, subparagraph 7A, point 3, dot,
Shut
dot,
the fuck up,
dot.
Justin.
He began, only to be cut short by a chorus of high-pitched squeaks.
Thank you.
From the shadows emerged a horde of ferrets. Not just any ferrets,
Ooh.
but ferrets of impressive size, with intelligent eyes and a distinctly organized air about them. They were clearly guarding something, and they didn't look particularly welcoming.
Oh my God, is this Princess Bride?
It's
No.
Agnes's
Oh
body.
shit! Thought they were the rats of unusual size. Or rodents of unusual.
Good guess, but no.
Okay.
Ferret.
Earl whispered, a new level of disbelief creeping into his voice.
An underground tunnel system guarding a secret passage during a pixie invasion. This is getting absurd.
It's just all Valley Girl now.
Absurd
Yeah.
is the new normal.
When Arwen left, the gruffness also left.
Oh my God!
He's slowly but surely becoming metrosexual.
You go, Earl. You let your freak flag fly.
Damn straight.
All right, Esmeralda, say your line again.
Absurd is the new normal.
Esmeralda muttered, pulling Bartholomew closer as a particularly large ferret with a monocle advanced towards them.
Come here, big boy. Shield.
The ferrets, it turned out, were not simply guarding a passage. They were conducting a complex series of negotiations.
Oh dear God.
Okay.
Why not?
Using a series of intricate squeaks, whistles, and a seemingly synchronized tail wags. They were bartering with just in case. The diminutive pixie, surprisingly fluent in ferretese,
I'd expect nothing less from Justin.
a fact he neglected to mention earlier, was negotiating passage through their territory in exchange for a supply of miniature high-quality cheese wheels.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
See, it's still our world.
It is.
Earl watched in amazement as Justin, armed with his ridiculously small arsenal and an apparently inexhaustible supply of cheese, haggled with the ferret elders. It was a breathtaking display of diplomacy, punctuated by the occasional frustrated squeak and the clinking of miniature cheese wheels.
Okay.
All right.
Why not?
They require more cheese, Justin announced finally, turning to the group with a look of weary resignation. Apparently, their winter cheese reserves are low.
Oh my god!
I mean, apparently, the winter cheese reserves are low.
Winter cheese reserves.
Earl blinked.
This is getting increasingly ridiculous.
Just as the situation threatened to escalate into a full-blown ferret rebellion, a familiar voice cut through the air. All right, who wants to voice Cammy?
Either or.
I can do Cammy. I
All
can
right.
do Cammy.
So,
Okay.
girl.
Actually, I might have some cheese.
Cammy, sporting a slightly disheveled but undeniably stylish waistcoat
Mm.
and holding a rather large sack of assorted cheeses,
I have a
emerged.
I have a thing for chicks with cheese.
So wait, was I just the Timu version of Cammy? Because it seems like this bitch is into cheeses as well.
Arwen, you were kind of my rebound.
Sounds like it. For 100 years. Thank you, Earl, for the love.
You're welcome. The hand holding was great.
It was wonderful. Yes, good times. Good times.
And holding a rather large sack of assorted cheeses emerged from the shadows. She stepped forward, her presence commanding and unexpected.
Cammy.
Earl gasped, surprised to see his old acquaintance.
Earl,
She replied, giving him a knowing wink.
fancy meeting you here. I believe we have a mutual acquaintance named Justin with a penchant for miniature weapons and cheese.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, why not? Cammy's a oh God, allergies.
He died.
That's why I'm not doing any of the women's voices.
You're fine. I'll be manly for both of us. It's fine.
All right. Cammy's arrival changed the dynamic entirely. The ferrets, clearly charmed by her unexpected contribution, readily agreed to let them pass. And they even offered Cammy a small, intricately woven ferret hat as a gift.
I have questions. Did you kill the ferret? Did you kill one of your own and make a hat for my ex? Is this how you get rid of your dead? I have questions.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Come on, Cammy Meal.
Apparently, my grandmother used to make cheese for them.
Cammy explained as they passed through the ferret barricade, slipping into the secret passage behind it.
Turns out, my family's cheese-making legacy is more extensive than I ever realized.
Oh my god, what if Arwen got the cheese from Cammy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The secret passage led to a hidden network of tunnels, even more intricate and maze-like than the first.
What?
All right. They navigated this new labyrinth with a mix of Cammy's uncannily intuition and Justin's unwavering adherence to a slightly altered version of Protocol 73B, who I don't care.
Yeah, Justin needs to die.
Yeah. The alliance between Earl, Cammy, and the oddly organized ferrets became a strange yet effective team. Earl, with his unexpected strength and agility, navigated tight passages. Cammy, with her network of contacts, including apparently the entirety of the local ferret population,
Oh my god.
What?
provided valuable insights into the maze-like structure of the tunnels. And Justin surprisingly proved useful despite his irritating obsession with procedures, constantly providing updates on the pixie invasion that he's somehow getting, while simultaneously haggling for more cheese.
More cowbell.
All right. Their escape wasn't without incident, of course.
Of course.
They encountered several near misses with collapsing tunnels. Okay. Surprising encounters with subterranean creatures that looked vaguely like oversized slugs covered in glitter. And more than one intense staring contest with the particularly philosophical ferrets. All right.
Cool, fam.
But through it all, they pressed on. Their unlikely alliance strengthening. They strengthened their bonds.
Oh my
with
god.
with every obstacle they overcame. The final leg of their escape involved a daring climb up a narrow, slippery shaft that led to the surface. They emerged, blinking in the sunlight, into a quiet, peaceful meadow far from the chaotic battle raging in the crater.
Well,
Earl said, brushing off some loose dirt from his apron.
That was something. Yeah. Yeah.
Cammy, you're up.
Cammy girl,
What?
you gotta go.
Quite the adventure, wouldn't you say?
Cammy replied, her smile bright. She looked surprisingly fresh considering their ordeal. A subtle shimmer emanated from her waistcoat.
And
What?
to think, it all started with a ferret-adorned hot air balloon.
How do you know that?
You weren't there. Are you, Cammy? What the fuck? What's happening here?
Justin, meticulously cleaning his miniature binoculars, merely nodded. Procedures were followed to a reasonable degree. Oh God, my voice is going.
Oh, you got very little left. It's fine.
I know. Procedures were followed to a reasonable degree, he declared. Although the unexpected intervention of Miss Cammy did... It's Miss Meal!
Right? Rude.
Racism.
Although the unexpected intervention of Miss Cammy did disrupt the timeline slightly, and the excessive cheese consumption might need to be factored into future risk assessments, especially around ferrets.
Yeah, concept
Of course.
is a bit.
Yeah. Esmeralda, still clutching Bartholomew,
Yeah, damn.
simply sighed in relief.
I need a very large cup of very sexy and tall chamomile tea disguised as coffee. Looking at you, Bartholomew.
And just no mention of Agnes.
Agnes
No!
died.
What the
I think Agnes died in the battle.
I'm
She got
telling
taken
you.
out by a small dog-sized glitter bomb right to the beaner.
Yeah.
She's gone. She's dust.
That's why they needed to negotiate with these tunnel ferrets, because the ferret handler wasn't around anymore.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tragic.
All right. Their escape had been a success, a testament to their unlikely alliance.
Uh-huh.
Earl, Cammy, and the rest, like Gilligan's Island.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
And the rest.
The rest.
Now firmly bonded by shared trauma and surprisingly good teamwork. Sure.
I mean, all we did was run.
Knew their adventure was far from over. The pixies were still out there, and the mystery of the comet's arrival remained. I thought it just crashed.
Right?
It's happening again, guys.
Yeah. But for now, they could rest, knowing they'd outsmarted glitter-bombing pixies, negotiating ferrets, and even managed to conquer an underground tunnel system, which they had mapped and they had permission to travel by the owners. Like, what's the problem? They had done it together. An unexpected journey to Zeta 7 had taught them the importance of embracing the absurd, the value of unlikely friendships, and the undeniable usefulness of a well-stocked cheese supply.
Oh my God.
Yeah!
End of chapter 1.
Woo!
Woo!
How did
Brilliant.
so much and absolutely nothing happen in this chapter?
Right?
Nice.
I still don't have a description for what Cammy looks like, by the way.
She's in a waistcoat that's glowing, apparently.
Yeah, thank you.
And she's got a.
And I kind of used, I tried to use a dumb blonde high pitched voice. I don't know.
We're great. I love Cammy.
I think I'm
Cammy
gonna
is
make
goddess.
her a redhead too, just to really seal in the fact that Arwen was a rebound.
Oh, that Earl has a type.
Yeah,
She has a type. Okay.
red hair, comets, and cheese. Oh
Lots
yeah.
of tea.
That'll work.
So,
Okay.
any guesses on the movie?
God.
I have two. And it's weird because they're completely opposites.
Okay.
The Wizard of Oz,
No.
and Star Wars.
No.
Okay.
Damn. Hey, Ray. Damn, this is hard.
I will say, just to give you a slight hint, Star Wars is closer.
Ah.
That's fucking helpful.
Star Wars is closer.
Spaceballs.
Oh my god. Perfect.
I mean, we have Bartholomew.
Right?
True.
Bartholomew.
No, I was just thinking Star Wars because that one reminded me of, just in case, reminds me of C-3PO.
A little, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I still have Agent Smith in my head, even though I know that's wrong.
Because he's like tiny.
No, he's like well dressed, always like I don't know.
Very well groomed, manicured. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Movie. You know, the fact that it's a good movie lowers the chances I've seen it. Unfortunately,
I'm dead.
so that's kind of a bummer. If you were like, Eris, it's a shitty B horror movie. I'm like, okay, I got this.
I'll have to let more of it unfold because I don't know. After my guesses, I really can't think. I can't think.
Yeah.
All right. Can I read
And
it?
it is-
Loki? Is that cheating?
Huh? What?
Oh, I said, is reading it to Loki cheating? Because he would have a lot more experience.
Try it.
I am actually. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it through it. I'll kind of describe
Okay.
the general outline.
And it's definitely a movie and just a movie.
Yes.
Just a movie.
Okay.
Yes.
How literal is the plot?
The AI has taken a lot of liberties.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
It's not a 1-for-1, which is I was expecting it to
Okay.
at least be a little closer, but it has certain elements.
Well, that significantly broadens the horizons
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Chapter 2's title also has a clue.
Hold on, let me look.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Good guess.
what?
Booty Trap Temple. That is beautiful of a title, by the way.
Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Nice.
Fuck
Okay.
off. No.
What?
No.
How? What?
No.
Nothing like Indiana Jones.
I never would have guessed that.
No.
Yes. It was
Oh my God.
Raiders.
Never did.
It was. I put in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay. All right. hold on.
This is these agents were just supposed to be government agents. They weren't supposed to go along for the adventure with Earl, but here they are.
Professor
So-
Bumblebee.
There was a couple of spots early in the story where I was like, Indiana Jones? And I was like, no, there's no way. That's why I made the other guess. And matter of fact, when I said League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, that's when I was also thinking Indiana Jones. But I was like, there's no way it's Indiana Jones.
Okay. I'm.
No,
Oh
it's
my God.
it's so far removed.
Well
No.
done.
Because
Well done.
yes, so I replaced Indiana Jones with Earl Grey.
Of course, like
I replaced Sala with Grumbles. They've completely changed that.
Okay, I was leaning more towards Bartholomew as a Sala personally, if I had to pick one.
No.
Oh my
No,
God.
I made no. I was good. I wanted it to be like a Indiana Jones with his snarky best friend having an adventure.
Wow.
Yeah.
They did take liberties. They
It took a
absolutely-
lot of liberties. Just in case was the Gestapo agent guy. I don't know what happened.
Wow, that's he's not even supposed to. He's supposed to be on the fairy side.
He's supposed to be the bad guy.
I
was
thought
like,
he was a bad guy until he started talking to us. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Okay, you're with
they put the switch on him.
Yep.
Oh my god! But now we know who the ultimate bad guy leader really is. It's Arwen.
Everyone's getting revenge because she realized she was a rebound.
Yes, he's
Arwen
following
is the head of the Nazi party.
secret evil
The
plan.
the Pixie Party.
Ooh,
Furies
the Pixie
and pixies and
The
glitter bombs.
the Pixie Reich.
Glitter bomb is like my germ warfare, you know.
Oh my god!
Rebel! Stop, y'all. That's how rumors get started.
Oh
Yes,
my
I
God.
changed pixies to that certain N word from
So
World
you
War
need to
II.
be a little bit more specific when you just say N-word.
I was, and you talked over me. I said that N word from Germany in World War II.
Yes, that was the joke.
I turned that into pixies, which is why I made sure just in case was a pixie agent because he was supposed to be the Gestapo guy that pops in at Marion's ball.
Oh my
See,
god!
now I see it. Now I see it.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
I made him one of the good guys.
No.
Oh my gosh!
That's why AI can't be trusted. They go around thinking Nazis are the good guys in this story. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right.
You know. No,
All right,
lost judgment.
y'all discuss very briefly. I have to go to the bathroom. I shall return really quick.
Okay.
Mhm.
1 minute, and then I need to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta run some errands for my son, or with my son, I should say.
Okay. But
Oh.
are you glad that we have brought back Earl for more adventures?
Yes.
Oh my
This
gosh,
is
yes.
like epic. This is a whole world unto itself.
Okay, and when we get done with this, we have to have epic tales of Arwen after the divorce.
Oh God! Oh God! Where it's like go for broke, anything can happen. Damn it! I knew I was just a rebound.
Josh could put I don't know, something like Pitch Perfect in for the plot.
Oh my God! Can't.
I have returned.
Oh shit!
All right,
This
are we
is
going?
So good. I
Are
love
we
it.
closing out?
I love it.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Tune
we're
in
gonna be
next
doing-
time.
yeah, you got to
This
tune
is-
in next
Yeah.
time.
I'm
All right.
telling you, Game of Thrones, Westeros, world building's got nothing on this. Earl is just the
No.
goat.
Yeah.
Thank God I took notes.
Next
All
week,
right.
I'm having popcorn. I'm making sure I got popcorn next week.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
I gotta make sure I change my picture too because I can't be a comet anymore.
True.
Oh, but I love the comment.
Do you want me to send Grumble's picture to you?
Oh God!
I'll make you a little Grumble's avatar if you want. It's fine.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, that's great.
Oh,
All right, chill, y'all.
Oh, chill. Arlena, are we doing sugar spice this week?
I don't know. I really hate. I hate having to stream on my phone because I can't like really see anything.
Okay.
So we'll just play it by ear.
All right, y'all. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it by ear. Y'all heard it here. Sounds good. Let's see. And then Loki's on Friday morning, and then back to Friday night.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've chilled. We're good.
Josh, do you need chilling? Or are you good?
I'm good.
Alright.
Just here.
Well, thank y'all for coming.
Thank you for having us.
we will
Thank
see.
you for having us.
Of
It's
course.
iconic.
This has y'all are stuck here forever with us.
Yay! Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right. Okay. Well, we will see y'all all next week. And I was about to say
Yay.
for the next chapter of Comet and the Blacksmith, but we're not doing that anymore. We're
No.
doing Earl the Grey and his adventures. Okay,
We've moved on.
it's very important.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.